to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message finds you. So, now in a moment, I'm going to show you guys our Wheel of Wisdom. But before that, let me read the comments. Uh, um, Hi, Bodhi Varaha. Um, I'm doing good. And how are you? How are you doing today? And welcome to the space. Namaste, Sarah. Mary says, good morning, Anisha. And all that was very calming. I'm glad, Mary, that you were able to, meditate with us and that you felt that, beautiful sense of calm within you. Thank you for sharing that. And a very good morning to you. So, yeah, so lately I was feeling a little tired. So I thought, okay, let's do a morning meditation for those days when you wake up tired despite the sleep. So I'm glad to hear that it was calming. Okay, so now let me show you guys our wheel of wisdom. Mhm. Yeah. So here is our wheel of wisdom. Okay. Here is our wheel of wisdom. And in case you are new, this wheel contains the name of 50 plus books that I have read over the past 10 years of my life, some of the best books that I have found. So now, what we are going to do is we are going to spin the wheel, and the universe is going to choose a book for us. And before we spin the wheel, ah, I invite you guys to take a moment and ask yourself, what do I need guidance on today? And whatever it is that came up for you, hold that in your awareness as we spin the wheel. Okay, so the book that came up is The Art of Stopping Time by Pedram Shojai. So let's see what this beautiful book wants to offer us. Mary says, love waking up and you're here. Oh, Mary. Yeah, I'm trying to do these these lives daily now. Um, because I know some of you guys like spending time here in the space, and I do too. I'm one of them. So yes, I wanted to like do this regularly and see if the space can become a part of all of our routine, and we get to soak in this beautiful positive energy that we all create together. So yeah, so happy to have you here, Mary. Bob says hi. Bob from New York. Welcome, Bob. Welcome. Welcome to the space. So happy to have you. Oh, Sarah says, how is your throat today? Yeah, it is better. It is better. Thank you so much, Sarah, for asking. Yeah, sometimes when I speak for too long, my voice gives up on me. So yeah, I really want to spend more time doing these lives, but sometimes my throat doesn't let me. But yeah, I'm so happy that, to have to spend as much time as I can with you guys. That is so thoughtful, so caring of you, Sarah. Okay, so let's see. I'm opening our book, The Art of Stopping Time. And actually, my guidance was related to time. So it's at least I feel like I'm going to get some guidance on what I needed. So yeah, this is our beautiful book cover. Mm, it is beautiful, isn't it? The Art of Stopping Time. So now give me a moment to choose some numbers and then we will start with our game. So, my dear ones, in a moment from now, I am going to ask you guys to pick a number. And I want you guys to take a moment and see which number pops up for you. Share it in the comments. I will go through all your numbers and pick one that my intuition feels most called to. Okay, so ready? So I invite you guys to pick a number between 14 to 202. Girija was excited. Thank you, Girija, for sharing a number. But would you mind sharing a number between these? Because usually on initial pages, it's like some publisher kind of details on the books. So, yeah. Thank you, Bob, for sharing a number. Mhm. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Girija. Okay. Anybody else who wants to share a number and receive a reading? Okay, then let's go with the numbers that are here in the comment section. Okay, so the number that I'm feeling most called to is 133 by Mary. Thank you, Mary. Okay, let's see what wants to come through from page 133 for Mary and everyone else, because you won't be here if you weren't meant to hear that message. Okay. So the heading, the chapter's title is Time and Light. So time is tied to the quality of light we are experiencing. We have created a way to track our days by the movement of the sun and the tilt of our planet. Thank you, Bodhi Varaha, for choosing a number. But maybe next time, when I read this and we will move on to the next book, then I can consider your number because I already chose a number for this one, Mary's number. So, yeah. But thank you for sharing. Okay, continuing with the reading. Sorry for the interruption. Like, sorry for my distraction. I meant that. Um, Again, so we have created a way to track our days by the movement of the sun and the tilt of our planet. This gives us the time of day and the seasons and is all related to the beams of photons coming our way from above. Our perception of time is intimately tied to the amount of light in our environment. It helps cue our pineal gland to signal a slowdown for the day. We have been living by this mechanism for millions of years, and the past century has challenged this circuitry with an overabundance of light. Because we have all these artificial lights these days, right? So it is like messing up with our circadian rhythm and, all of this blue light and all of that stuff, right? So that is also one of the, one of the important points in sleep hygiene, that we need to dim our lights, turn our lights, off as we are moving closer and closer to our sleeping time. If you struggle with falling asleep, because our body needs that signal, that has been programmed over so many years, that okay, it is the light is going down and it is, the sleep time is coming nearer and nearer, so that our body can, naturally fall, like fall into sleep. So yeah, Okay. So the author has some suggestions. So they say that get out into the sun in the morning, like in the first 20 minutes when you wake up. It is really, really helpful when you get out into the sun, or even if it is not sunny outside, you just get out into the day, you step into the day. So you signal that morning has arrived. You wake up your body. It also resets, all your inner workings. And again, that is very helpful for sleep. So you can, step out and you can notice, on the days when you do that, how does that feel? Can you sense the difference in the quality of time? So, um, yeah, so the big swing from dawn to noon to dusk are the place to start. But later on, you will be able to notice the subtlety of other times. Look for the red shift in light later in the day, and then see how you feel under twilight or moonlight. These things dramatically affect our mood and mental spaciousness. The challenge is to get outside to experience this. Today is your day to do so. This evening, go into your yard or a nearby area where you can be around twilight. Shut down whatever lights you can, or go somewhere that's not as bright. Slow down and hang out in the transition you are witnessing from light to dark. See what it does to your mind. See what it does to the velocity of your thoughts. It may take 30 minutes to see this through, so take your time. We don't go from light to dark by hitting a switch in nature. The subtlety and beauty lies in the transition. So, the universe is inviting you, Mary, to step outside more today, especially, as you wake up early in the morning, then in the noon, and then towards the evening, and see the shifts. Let it signal, things to your body. Let the environment around you have a direct communication to the system within you. And, you know, I think when I was reading the last part, the evening part, it something popped up in my head is like, to maybe, if you have the time, if you can, then maybe sit for the time when the sunset is happening and see the shift, from light to darkness. So if you cannot get out, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, then you can just, witness a sunset and see the whole shift in the lighting within just, a few minutes, that how quickly that happens and how beautiful it is, and that can also be like such a beautiful mindfulness practice, and notice the effects that it has on you. Notice the changes that is happening around you, the color of the entire sky changing from, like this yellowish to pink to, this bluish and then to darkness. So, yeah. So let me know, Mary, if this resonated with you at all, or if you're up for the challenge to take today. And anyone else also, if you like this or if you are thinking of doing this today, then yeah, let me know in the comments. You can commit to this in the comments and see how, like, did it had any impact on you in the moment and later on as well. So yeah, that was our first reading for today. And now we are going to move on to the next book. Bob says, I'm going to go outside soon. Ah, glad to hear that, Bob. Yeah, it's really nice. Sometimes we can be so glued in our rooms, or we are in our house, we are in a room, then we go to office, and then we are in a cubicle, like, so it's all just walls around us, or we are just glued to the screen and we don't look up. We don't look up, these days. sometimes when we are talking with other people also, we are like looking at our phones and we are just listening and we are talking and we don't like really look up. So I guess the universe is inviting us to look up and look around and see the beauty that is already here and let it impact you, in some magical, beautiful way that you didn't even expected. Mary says, "It sure did. I go outside several times a day like that, we but now we even be more aware. Thank you, and pay more attention to everything." Exactly, and see how does that feels like to be doing this more intentionally, and like there is a deeper purpose now behind you doing this, and then a richer experience when you're more mindful of it. It's just being mindful or being present just enhances any experience that you're having, and you're truly in it. You're like living the life in that moment. So thank you, Mary, for sharing that and sharing your intentions that you're going to do this even more mindfully. Love that. And love that you already do this. So kind of like a confirmation from the universe to continue doing this, and this is impacting your day in some way. Okay, so now moving on to our second reading for today, our second book. Mhm. Okay, just a moment. So I invite you to again bring to your mind anything you need guidance on as we spin. So the book that came up is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and It's All Small Stuff by Richard Carlson. So let's see what wants to come up from this beautiful book. So this is the book, and now I am going to choose some numbers for our game. So give me a moment. So, my dear ones, I invite you to pick a number between 13 to 148. Here you go. Hmm. Thank you, Ning, for choosing a number. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Girija. Anyone else who feels called to pick a number? Okay, then let's go with the numbers that are here. So the number that I'm feeling most called to is 75 by Girija. So let's see what wants to come through for Girija and anyone else who needs to hear that. So the message is every day tell at least one person something you like, admire, or appreciate about them. So, how often do you remember or take the time to tell people how much you like, admire, or appreciate them? For many people, it's not often enough. In fact, when I ask people how often they receive heartfelt compliments from others, I hear answers like, I can't remember the last time I received a compliment, or hardly ever. So, there are several reasons why we don't vocally let others know about our positive feelings towards them. I have heard excuses like, they don't need to hear me say that, they already know. And I do admire her, but I'm too embarrassed to say anything. But when you ask the would be recipient if he or she enjoys being given genuine compliments and positive feedback, the answer 9 out of 10 times is I love it. Whether your reason for not giving compliments on a regular basis is not knowing what to say, embarrassment, feeling that other people already know their strength and don't need to be told, or simply not being in the habit of doing it, it's time for a change. Telling someone something you like, admire, or appreciate about them is a random act of kindness. It takes almost no effort once you get used to it, yet it pays enormous dividends. Many people spend their entire lifetimes wishing that other people would acknowledge them. They feel this especially about their parents, spouses, children, and friends. But even compliments from strangers feel good if they are genuine. Letting someone know how you feel about them also feels good to the person offering the compliment. It's a gesture of loving kindness. It means that your thoughts are geared towards what's right with someone. And when your thoughts are geared in a positive direction, your feelings are peaceful. So I guess, Giraja, the universe is inviting you to, you know, share a positive compliment, a positive feedback, any positive observation about someone to them. Giraja says, yes, I know I have to compliment my teenage daughter more as I tend to moan more. Ah, okay. So seems like you already have a person in mind that, hmm, that needs, that deserves a lot of love and a lot of positive compliments from you. So yeah, don't forget to do that today, Gurija. Ah, Bob says, I appreciate you, Anisha, for your live events and tracks. Oh, Bob, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. And I love how you put the wisdom into action. Love that, Bob. Girija says, thank you. You're welcome, Girija. And this was such a sweet reading. Thank you so much for, choosing that number and giving us the opportunity to connect, with this beautiful feeling, and to like it feels like a ripple effect that is going to spread out and just reach more and more people from the space today. So thank you so much, Girija, for choosing this beautiful number. And I especially love that line, that focusing on what's right with people, because so many of the times we are focused on what's wrong with them. And we are like, okay, if only this person changed this, then my life would be so much easier. I would be so much happier. Things would be so much peaceful, right? But yeah, we forget to notice and and so much rarely, like we even say that out loud that, okay, I like this about that person. So yeah, it's time to do that. All of us, we need to do that. Janin says, hi, hi, Janindra, welcome to the space. Good evening, good evening. So, Now let us move on to our third reading for today. But first, some water. Ah, I loved the second reading, it was so good. Okay. Oh, Debbie is excited. Already chose a number. Dear Debbie, I would invite you to just hold on to your excitement for a little longer. Where, just let me choose our third book and I will share the numbers between which, you can choose. Okay. But I appreciate, your excitement. Okay. So, our third book. Again, bring to your mind whatever it is you need guidance on as we spin the wheel. Okay. So the third book is When Things Don't Go Your Way by Haemin Sunim. So let me open this book and see what is the guidance, what to do when things don't go our way. I actually had a course around that same title in case you are really struggling with that, in case things are not going as planned. So, yeah, I'm just opening the book. Give me a moment. So, the full title is When Things Don't Go Your Way, Zen Wisdom for Difficult Times. So, choosing some numbers. So, my dear ones, I invite you to pick a number between 16 to 216. Mary says, Hi Janendra, I just walk outside and finally we have a little coolness. And there is two little bunnies hanging out by me. Isn't that special and sweet? Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful. Hmm. Now I can see why that reading came up for you, Mary, to go outside so that we all can, if not witness it visually, but just soak into that feeling, share this feeling with you. That is so cute. Thank you, Mary, for sharing, for going outside and sharing this, moment with us. I appreciate that. So, yeah. So, if anyone is feeling called and if you want to receive a reading, you can pick a number between 16 to 216. So, let's see what wants to come through this third book. A full 100. Okay, thank you, Bob. Anyone else who would like to choose a number? Okay, then. Oh, we have a number. Okay. Thank you, Katrina, for sharing a number and welcome to the space. Hmm. Anyone else? Final call. Ah, let's see. Okay, then let's go with the numbers that are here in the comment section. quick. Okay, so the number that I'm feeling most called to is 34 by Katrina. Hmm. Okay, so let's see what wants to come through page 34 for Katrina and anyone else who needs to hear that. So, dear Katrina, the message is as long as I am chasing something, I remain unfulfilled and bound. There is no contentment, freedom, or peace. Wise individuals cultivate contentment with what they have, making them not easily swayed by temptations or pressure, enabling them to pursue only what they truly desire. The more confident I am, the more magnetic I become. The less attached I am, the less control others have over me. So, those were the messages that are on page number 34. So, so I guess the universe is inviting you to do two things. First, do not, you know, get swayed by the pressure. Either it is, the pressure of, I guess, social comparison or someone else's expectations that you should be doing this, you should have done this by now, and pursuing that goal, because of that pressure, because of those expectations, because of any, temptations that just pop up for you. Instead, noticing what you already have and letting that come feeling of contentment, that feeling of fulfillment and this deep peace to arrive within your body, noticing what all that you are already blessed with. And then, it's not about not moving towards anything, but it's about moving towards what truly matters to you rather than just some random goal that you have picked because of any kind of pressure, any kind of societal expectations, any kind of, you know, any external thing, just let that direction come from within, that what truly matters to me, and then moving towards that while also noticing the little things that you already have and the big things that you have, already in your life. So, both, beautiful things to carry with you. Katrina says, yes, thanks. You're welcome, Katrina. And mm, okay, I'm feeling called to do one more reading. Usually we do three. So yeah, just thinking, should we do one more or should we wrap the live? Mhm. Do you guys feel complete or would you like one more reading for today? Let me know in the comments. Ah, okay. I got a 44, like 44 people have joined, and then 444 in the gratitude just before. Okay, so I see that as a confirmation. Despite no votes coming up in the comments, I see that as a confirmation from the universe. So let's do one last reading for today. And Jenin says, thank you so much. To me or to anyone else. But yeah, it's, mm, lovely that you're carrying that feeling of gratitude, which we just talked about. So yeah, okay, for the last reading, when I saw 444, at that moment I was thinking, instead of a book, should I take out the card deck that I created as a gift to you all on our 2-year anniversary just a few lives ago? So I was thinking, let's do that. Let's pull a card, one card for the collective, for everyone. Okay. So okay, let me show you guys. So this is like the card deck. It contains 108 books, the best, the most popular books that are out there. And yeah, so like these are all the books. But instead of us choosing a number, I was thinking, let the universe choose a book for us, choose a number or a book for us. Okay. So I invite you to hold in your mind whatever it is that you need guidance on as we shuffle this card deck. Okay, so this is the book that came up for us. So it is called Essentialism, and the book is by Greg McKeown. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing author's name, but yeah, the inside, the message from this book is less becomes better when you stop saying yes to everything. Less becomes better when you stop saying yes to everything. And now, so behind each card, there are like action steps. So let me see how we can do that. So the author says, notice where your attention is scattered. Remove one commitment that is not truly essential. Keep your energy for the work that actually matters most. So, again, notice where your attention is scattered. Remove one commitment that is not truly essential. So, if you even, if for today, if you were applied, if you were going to apply that, you can look at your to do list. If you don't have one, you can write it down first. You can go through it on paper in your mind, whatever works for you, and notice one commitment that you have, one task that you have listed that is not truly essential for today, that is not important, that is not urgent, and you can remove it, from your to-do list, or you can remove any number of tasks that are not essential, not important from your to-do list for today. And you know and then you can keep your energy, you can focus your energy on what truly matters. So maybe on the task, like on the top 3 tasks, or on the one important task, one urgent task, that, if you did this one today, then you, by the end of the day, you will feel like, okay, this was a nice day, this was a productive day, and that task even can be, if to rest, to take a nap. It doesn't have to be you doing something, it just have to be something that is really important for you today. So if your body really needs the rest and you have been working like crazy this whole week, then that task can also be to take a nap, and that can be what matters most. That is how you can focus your energy towards what matters most today. So it's just a simple way to apply it to your to do list today, or you can apply it in general. It just popped into my mind. So, yeah, that's it for our last reading. Shira says nice or mice. I'm assuming nice. Thank you, Shira. Mary says, I must go, but thank you so much. It was nice having you, Mary, and I hope that you have a lovely day today. Thank you so much for hanging out and for, sharing everything in the comments. It just made the space so much nice. Shira says, yes. Okay, to the nice. Okay, so yeah, that's, that's it for today's live. And I am doing these lives daily, at least for this week. I'm experimenting that instead of doing it on alternate days, how does it feel for me to do it daily? So, yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow if you really like this live. And if you're new to the space to me, then I would really love if you can stay for like 5 more minutes so that I can share with you some resources that I have created for you guys. Pradeep says narration is ASMR like Anisha ji. Thank you. I'm glad that my voice or the way that I'm narrating this feels, I don't know, calming or relaxing for you, Pradeep. That is so sweet. Thank you. Bob says, thank you. You're welcome, Bob. Thank you so much, for staying till the end, for listening to me so patiently. And I hope that you guys have received something from this live today, something valuable, whether it was the meditation, the readings, and, or just this energy. So yeah, and if you did, or if you would like to, support my work, help me do these lives, daily that I have hoping to do, then you can do so by making a donation. And if you can't make a donation, but you still want to support me, you can simply listen to my content or share it with anyone you feel like, okay, this might help this person. So, yeah, that is another way. Girija says, Namaste, lovely smile and books idea. Enjoyed it. I'm so glad, Girija, that you chose to tune in and stay till the end and that you had a nice time here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope to see you here again. I haven't put the card for my live yet, but if you are new to me, you can, follow me so that you get notified when that live is uploaded or it gets live, on my profile. So, yeah. Okay. So, now for those of you who are new, I would like to take, like 5 minutes and share three places where you can find all of my, all of the resources that I've created for you. Um, so you can find it by going to my profile. Okay. Give me a second to open it and actually show it to you so that, it's more clear. Uh, just a minute here. So when you go to my profile, the home page usually opens. So you can scroll down that home page. At the bottom, you will see this group, which is called World of Wisdom. So in this group, I share like the summaries of these lives, so the exact readings, the name of the books that I read, and sometimes I add some reflections and some stuff. So yeah, so like I do that within like 5 or 10 minutes of each live. So if you want, summaries of all the lives and stuff, you can join this beautiful community of 147 wonderful beings here. Um, yeah, so coming to the resources part. So just above this group, you will see a playlist section. And I have organized all of my content in the form of these 5 playlists. So you can go through them and see if there is a playlist, that resonates with what you need right now in your life. So I have like a free 21-day mindfulness challenge, a nervous system regulation techniques playlist. Then there is this playlist which I have created like a game so that each day the universe can choose a meditation for you. And then there is this little reminders for you. So these are like short talks. So if you struggle with negative thoughts, then you might want to take a look into this. And the final one is therapy tools and techniques. So I'm also a psychologist. So I have shared, different techniques from different therapies so that you can have the tools in your toolkit to cope with life challenges with like more resilience, more gentleness, and feeling more equipped. So, yeah, this is the first place where you can find all of my offerings. Second place is the courses section. So, you can explore all of my 7 courses here. So, I'm not naming them, but yeah, you can check them out and see if you know you resonate with the course. And the final place is the About section. So, when you scroll down at the bottom, you will see this. And here you will find all of my other offerings and gifts that I have created for you. including the recording of this live as well. So, yeah, and all the previous lives too. So, you will find all of the stuff in these three places. And I hope that, you resonated with something, some resource, and you can check it out after the live. Uh, so, yeah, thank you so much for listening to me so patiently, for staying till the end. I so appreciate you spending your precious time with me here, with all of us. I bow down to the divine within you all. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all heal from any physical or emotional pain. May you all feel truly appreciated and loved. Yeah, that's it for this live, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Bye bye. Take care. Have a lovely, beautiful, amazing day or a peaceful, peaceful night. Bye.